You and a colleague are locked in a vicious argument over a project deadline. You keep offering rational timeline fixes, like shifting a deliverable or adding a buffer, but they shoot every suggestion down, getting angrier. Your logic is failing because you are fighting about the wrong thing. You are caught in the iceberg argument. The schedule dispute is the visible tip, hiding a massive emotional collision underneath. To de-escalate, look below the waterline, where the collision is driven by unspoken feelings of being unrespected, scared, or dismissed. Logic cannot resolve an emotional fight. To move forward, you have to address those hidden emotional triggers directly. Researcher Sheila Heen found that within almost every argument, there are two distinct conflicts: the top-level surface issue and the deeper emotional issue. In our scenario, the logistics of the project timeline act as the superficial, surface-level dispute. Simultaneously, a deeper emotional conflict is raging. Your colleague feels that you are prioritizing a demanding client over their team's well-being, leaving them feeling ignored. Standard conflict resolution usually fails right here. By only addressing the surface problem with analytical logic, you ignore the underlying emotional fire. When a person feels attacked, their biology shifts. Emotional flooding occurs as the amygdala hijacks the brain's processing centers, making it impossible to absorb rational arguments. Before you can solve any logistical problem, you have to bypass that biological threat response by reestablishing psychological safety. But how do you uncover those hidden emotions when a colleague is actively hostile and assumes you are just preparing your next rebuttal? Deploy proof of life, looping for understanding. Step 1, ask to uncover frustration. Step 2, summarize, saying, "What I hear you saying is that this delay makes your department look bad." Step 3, confirm by asking, "Did I get that right?" Executing this 3-step cycle shifts the interaction from a defensive fight into a collaborative fact-finding mission. That final confirmation question holds specific psychological weight. It gives a colleague a measure of control over the conversation. By giving them that control, you demonstrate that your primary goal is understanding their truth, rather than winning a debate. The moment they confirm you understand them, the defensive guard drops, the amygdala's threat threshold lowers, and the anger begins to settle. With the underlying anger out of the way, the emotional block is gone. Both parties can finally align to solve the surface-level timeline issue. Mastering conflict de-escalation requires this balance, blending the analytical listening of the mind pillar with the emotional safety of the vibe pillar. Now we scale this framework to a macro level, bridging communication gaps across entire generations. In video 19, we will apply the SAMVAD framework to the multi-generational workplace, learning how to adapt your frequency across different age cohorts without relying on stereotypes. See you there.